Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Timberborn with me, Dr. Munchkin. So last time, if you've been following along, we had a trifecta of droughts, and we have managed to survive here. We'll pause it for a hot sec. The biggest thing that kind of saved us is we got the large water pump online that required us to get treated planks as well, and as you can see here, we've gotten just enough research that actually we're down to 34 to get not only the large turbines unlocked, but also start to get gravity batteries unlocked. Now, this isn't very high to begin with, but it will help us sustain for a little bit, and then we do want to start building out over this way. We can actually build up and over and get power over here to expand our industrial center. This is helpful for that. We can even actually build another little point down here to help further. We also have a bunch of logs over here, the whole 9 yards. And during the regular season, this actually fills up with water, which is fantastic. But today, since we've kind of reached stability for the most part, what I'm planning on doing is as follows. And once this drought, which is another 18 days, is done, we need to start looking at landscaping. In particular, I want to unlock the dynamite factory. Now, for that uses Badwater. That's a little bit of a problem. Well, we have a Badwater stream source over here. So what we're going to do, we need to unlock this. And that's going to go, right over here. We'll probably get at least 2 of them to start with. And then we do need power, water wheel. I need one of these guys. Now this can only produce up to 270, which if we go to landscaping, he only requires 150. So that should be okay. But long term, we are also going to want, I need to find it. That's all the dynamite. Where is the, I need the stuff to form the extract. Badwater dome, centrifuge, and he requires 200. So we are going to need a little bit of work here in order to get enough power to power both of them, because I want them both to be over here. But that is the ultimate goal today, and because we're doing so well, we might actually unpause one of these houses or increase the priority of this a little bit, but we do need more resources. And the other big thing that should be happening today is they should be working on the kind of mega reservoir dam, and that is going to be a huge priority as well, just in case a bad tide occurs. But as we get into this, as always, if you guys like the content, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. With that, we are going to go ahead and get started. So I am going to start with a little bit of this, and so that will get 2 of them in there. Maybe we'll even do a 3rd here. And so I just want to connect all these up like so, and then eventually we'll get the explosives factory and a centrifuge next door, and we will want some storage over here. Let's go ahead and get a medium warehouse like this, and you are going to go ahead and be explosives, which I don't even have yet. And then also we will need a reservoir. Go ahead and just pop a big one. We're actually going to need 2 of these. One will be Badwater. There you go. And one will be extract. Now, in terms of priority, again, very low priority on all of this system over here, because we don't yet have the research in order to do things. Checking over here, though, we are good on that, but I do, because our beaver population is on the rise, and we do have tons of things to do, I do want to try to build another one of these. Decorations, though, do I have anything worthwhile? Lantern, not so much. I wish, ooh, that is very expensive. We don't even have those materials. You know, we're just gonna not worry about it, potentially. Campfire, no. Alright, those are, it would be a decoration. Maybe a shrub can go here? I'm just trying to get a little bit of happiness on that data point right there. It doesn't necessarily look like, and I think they can build at an angle. this will be okay for now, but we're going to go ahead and place this here as well. And so what this will allow us to do is get a few more of these beavers in there, and we're going to go ahead and high prioritize you to try to get that done. I know we're high prioritizing lots of things, and look, we even managed to get one of the windmills just built, which is fantastic. These guys have tons of planks. We just need gears. But if the wind starts blowing, we should see these guys come up to 100%, which would be fantastic. And that also means we can change these to treated planks, because this should be being built eventually. Planks are in such high demand, I'm not really concerned about any of that. But we should be able to make this and extend this out if I come over here in order to get another little platform. Delete all this once power is more sustained, and then we can have another little lumber mill here, because we have lots of logs inside our lovely storage, and we do need to start burning some of those to get some of this online. But I think after this guy, or after these are initially done, I kind of want to prioritize that if we're going that route. And then that's set up over there. We'll get explosives, centrifuge, that whole 9 yards. 16 days. Still have plenty of water, still have plenty of food. Plenty of cattail roots. Starting to get some potatoes in as well. And then what else? How are we doing on the water? Oh, we have a little ways to go. I'm feeling confident in that. We won't be able to round this corner very much until later, which is not the end of the world, but there's something. And unfortunately, we couldn't really maximize this, so we'll have to take a hot sec to clear out, and we might need to build on top of this potentially in order for overspills, when things rush in. But long-term goals, like we've kind of discussed, we're going to make more farming here to support the additional beavers. We need to get the district online over here. We need to do some work this way. This needs to be done first for that work to occur. And what else do we want to do? Oh, you are amazing. I didn't realize you. That is a diverter valve, if I haven't seen one. Such that if we built here with sluices and things, water would come in. We'll have to check levels. Obviously, you can't come higher than what you are. But we can build sluices here. Bad water can come this way and just come off the map. And then good water can come here, keeping this pure, and also allow us to offshoot here and maybe even build higher up here. That is an amazing goal. That is a lot of work to even get over there. Yeah. Oh man. I would love to do that. We're going to go ahead and put that in as well. Just because I love this idea. But what we want is something like this. And then something like that. And then this is close above contamination. That sounds grand. And then this guy would also be just max depth. So anytime it's just kind of flowing as much as it can, it would never stop. And that would actually cause a rework of this. But this is important first to just handle it, and then it's a nice long-term project. I kind of like that. Building needs water. Okay, you ran out of water. We are still getting are we burning Spatterdock by any chance? We are not. Okay, you are moving to Spatterdock. Because we do have Spatterdock. I need storage for Spatterdock. Do I not have any storage for Spatterdock? Or gosh, I don't have any storage for Spatterdock. Can I build storage anywhere for Spatterdock? I could build platforms here to do that. That could be beneficial. Are we getting any wind? We are getting some wind. 300. You're supplying 96. Not great. Better than nothing, though. Does help support the network, at least a little bit. You You guys are still working hard, going out there, and logs are still coming up. So we really need this to be solid. You guys are coming up to 200. In fact, because of that, we're going to unpause you temporarily because we have the power. And I need the research. And actually, I should... What's my network looking at? Not great. But you just need gears. That's actually really good. You guys, I think will increase your priority 4 gears. This is just logs out there. And we did get this. That's why we have so many available beavers. I like it. And this just stopped, so now we pause you again. You know, when you think you're good, and then you're not. We also have a little bit more water down here that we can pump. Is this guy still working? He is, I think. Oh, we're putting all the planks in. All of the extra reservoirs that we've put in here. Oh my gosh, this is a higher priority than all that. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Well, Spatter Dock is... we need storage for it. Let's figure out where we want that. I'm actually thinking here. So we'll go ahead and build a little bit of scaffolding here, as well as just here. Get some more storage online. Large warehouse here, here, and here. Longer term goals, mind you. And in terms of resources, I want you to be Spatter Dock. We can make you, say, grilled Spatter Dock. And we can make you, say, what else do I want? We can make you cattail roots, although I don't really need them right now. Carrots, blah, 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 blah. We'll just make you, do it, not grilled chestnuts. How about normal chestnuts? Those are grilled, there's normal. Okay, that way we can start stockpiling. They will start to build these things. You know, they just need logs and planks. This is a higher priority on the planks, but yeah. Oh, we have power again. Yeah. Wind power, so temperamental, have to say. But we do want these things to start coming online. The issue is they require 10 metals. That's a lot of metals in order to do things. This finally dried out. Not good. This is still decent for now, and you still appear to be pumping. So water is still near 2,000. This will further expand that out for us, which is a good thing, and water down here is finally run out. Things are progressing quite interestingly, but we do have power, it seems, so I can unpause this a little bit. Still 100%, don't need you online. That's all fine. This water dump helps keep this food alive, and this water dump over here, which is future us problems, will help keep other things alive. But I do have enough for a Badwater pump, and I'm going to just go ahead and install these, like so. That is not the right thing. I want this, like that. Okay, once these are online, we will start pumping, and then I just need how much for... I need 400, and then we can actually build that. Does require metals, so again, our metal supply, there is a lot in here still, not terribly concerned, and we do have massive stockpiles. But we will need to consider that later. Oh, we actually got up here? Look at that, they put in the first spire so we can get a little bit faster of movement, which is fantastic. And these metal blocks should be going in there. Excellent. Yes. But they are building this, which is also fantastic. And actually, if we ever got this up and running, or rather when we do, because we will do this, we can actually destroy all this. We just need to build up a wall here and kind of make that a wall itself, and then that will be perfect, I would think. But we have 9 days left. We're doing all right. Really built need some things. And power is off once again, so we're just going to pause these guys. But yeah, it's 2 scrap per 1 metal. I am happy about this though. There's good. And this is starting to be penciled in. The paper... Oh, we're out of paper. That's okay. Once power comes back online, we will be good. But we need to monitor this. I almost wish there was a switch similar to night and day cycles for running the number cruncher for the iron tail, but a switch such that I can notice that a power threshold has been achieved and then turn these on appropriately. That would be kind of cool. But I think you might be... Oh no, you're still kind of pumping. This was an amazing decision. I'm really happy about it. It is going to run out shortly, and hopefully we do have enough for what we need. But all those planks are going to go in there. And where did we go again? I can't remember your guys' connections. Ah, we need this one online. What do you guys need? You need 1 metal block? Oh my gosh. And then what do you need? 20 metal blocks. Okay, so that's a little ways away. In fact, I could have moved this, say here, because it is just going doot doot. We could do that. You know what? I think I might. Or actually, can I just move you? Copy settings, duplicate, not too much. We'll do that, and now we are just going to do this. Zipline pylon. Actually, can you just connect directly? Too far. Oh, by 4 meters. That's meh. Alright. Well, we'll just set it up there so it's a little bit nicer. Come to here, add connection. Boom. Yeah, it probably wasn't ideally placed, but we could have made that a little bit less resource heavy. That is alright, but now we can grab this, which will help with some of the metal production, as well as those planks and gears should be used elsewhere, like in here. And then we will need to start upping the priority of this, just so we get more water online. Seems like we're finally done pumping with 7 days left. The question is 2,000 water sufficient for us? And I don't know the answer to that. The Badtide is what I'm really, really concerned about though, because the Badtide will affect this. And that's why we're trying so hard to get this up and running. I really need more metals production as well. Let's go ahead and unpause this, since we have power. And you should be unpaused as well, so we can start working through some of that. Because I do need metals. Demand is a little bit lower than what we need to. How are we doing on gears? Have we even picked? Okay, we did pick that up. I don't know where all those gears went. Are you guys building over here? Oh my gosh, you are. That's low priority. Oh, I guess because logs are available. We actually have 1,000 logs. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of logs. Well, 6 days, 1,800, dying of old age, getting new beavers online. We are producing a little bit. We did get 400, which is good. So if I go to landscaping, dynamite factory should be able to plop you in here, like that, and that is connected. So they should be able to build all that once we get it, setting all this up, and once Badwater's flowing, we'll have enough power to sustain that, as well as extracts as need be. And once the zipline is set up, we'll be able to fast travel a little bit as well. We might want more of a network. We could even, bring over the network, but dynamite opens a lot of possibilities. For instance, I could dynamite all this out, build a bunch of gravity batteries, and hook that up to a network, as well as more windmills and other things. The other nice bit about windmills and power grids, they can traverse districts. So this district over here could also be powered by this particular network. We just need to make sure we have enough energy to sustain it all. And it looks like we ran out of go-go tubes again, so we're going to pause those to be on the safe side. Now we are starting to get some beavers because they're growing up. And food is doing okay for now, but it will start to be a problem in the future. And I have no idea where my gears are. Why are my gears going there and not... Okay, I want you guys to finish this, because that is just 5 gears. And then you can work on this. Oh, the metal blocks were going there. Okay, understandable. It's closer. Why not? But this being finished will be nice for storage, just in case we start to actually produce lots of planks once I replace you. We do have... Okay, we're getting more power. We'll at least unpause you. Working 100%. Potatoes are coming in. Food is fine. Water is doing okay for now as well. 4 days left. I like how half this video is just us trying to survive the mega droughts that occur in this hard mode. But if we can survive this, I feel better about everything. And this is all growing up. You don't have room. So what I'm actually going to do is additionally, we're going to go ahead and do this. Boop, and get storage. Large storage here. And you are going to be tree sap. So then you would start to be able to work. That has 5 days, that has 3 days, that should be fine. You guys have plenty of days. All you guys probably died out. Yes, you did. No, our chestnut trees died out. That is actually the worst possible thing, because... that's a lot of logs. Alright, well we're actually just going to cut them down then for now. Because we could use the wood, and that is sad. We'll see if they can get through that. We do have a few beavers. We can actually unpause some of these as well, just to give jobs available. Water, still not concerned about, although we are starting to get closer. That is online, which is good, so we can start getting a stockpile of planks. Although everything we use needs planks. And this will be good for now for storing treated planks, which we will be producing. Oh, that really annoys me. Well, what we can do is once we get a water reservoir, or rather dynamite, we can make a water reservoir over here so we keep this green and potentially even expand it. Another thing that I was thinking was actually expanding out over here is a massive forest, just because this will be green and we can even build a little bit of a green sanctuary as well to help with that. We might need irrigation barriers eventually just for bad tides, but we could also just ignore that. I don't know. But we could do something like this, get a forester set up over here like you. You guys have tons of room, and this can all be trees. It's actually all encapsulated. We can even do another row like that, and then we will just do a little bit of clearing. Like that. And that's where the water reservoir would go. This is not a high priority. We'll go ahead and make you low. It is also a little bit of a ways from City Central. Excuse me. So what I really want to do is something like this. Get you over there. And then get you... You know, we can actually plop you in here if we wanted. Potentially. Because what is yours? You're 50. That's not great. It would be nice. Where else could I put you? Oh, we could put you up top. That might be a better... You know what? We're going to do that. And then we would just need pathing. Like that. And then we can come over here and grab you, put you there, add connection to there. This is very, very short, but we destroyed that. And so we just need to rehook that up. Like so. In fact, we could probably just go ahead and delete that. Everything is still connected. Get a little bit of well-being, or rather decoration. Do I have them? I do. We're going to put a lantern right there. Excuse me. But now they can come up. We can get a little bit of extra transportation here. Oh, I totally didn't realize what I just did, but now this is now super high priority. Oops. Basically, by removing this, we have now caused a slight issue, but water is now returning, which is grand. We can start turning everything back on. Start pausing these guys, and I am going to actually go ahead and delete you. Get more wood, get another lumber mill. Oh, I have to delete the path. Now I can get the lumber mill in. And we can just make this high priority and high priority. And actually, we're just going to go ahead and make a U high priority while we're at it, so we can just get more power online, but water should be returning. It is. We did come down below 700, so that's scary. It really is, at least to me. I have to figure that out. But we need this built ASAP, and they are building it, which is good. In fact, let's check priorities. Okay, you are not highest priority. You are. That is a good thing to have. Alright, power is coming back, so you guys are starting to move up in the world. Hopefully. We're replanting all that. And I just need to be... You're basically working 24 hours, but homelessness is a huge problem. Unconnected buildings, beaver featured. Okay, you're at least in the medical tent. That is a nice start. All that water has returned. We are going to unpause you guys as well. 23 beavers without jobs. Oh, it's because they don't have access to their jobs. That was really dumb of me. Not gonna lie. But we should be doing planks. We have 3 of them. Oh, come on, beavers. You can do it. Did you guys build that first? Oh my gosh, you're actually building all that first. Well, since that's in, that's fine, because now we can get just more logs. Oh, we've greatly decreased the amount of beavers we actually have building because we don't have all that connected. They're almost done though. And we should hopefully be able to get there. Done. Okay, so now all this is back. Perfect. So now we should, yep, jobs definitely went down. That's good. We're producing even more planks, which is great to hopefully meet demand. And the power network is now starting to thrive, which is also good because this is only producing probably, 1200? Network will demand a lot. Okay, well, we're starting to get stuff over here, which is good. I do want the centrifuge. I can unlock you. We're gonna go ahead and do that. You, super low priority. You guys, a little bit higher priority. And our worst fears have been realized. Okay then. Well, this isn't done, and I don't know if it will be. I think if I do this and do maybe that, at least, the diverter would be okay. But we'll have to see. All beavers go forth and conquer. Water is coming in, that is good. But 3 days? I don't know if we can build all that in 3 days. That's a lot of beaver work. This isn't too much of an issue. In fact, I don't need their priority to be crazy high. But I think they're going to build it anyways, probably because we had some lag in the system. We're going to go 24-hour working days, at least for a little bit. See if that can't help. Also, it means we pump more water, or rather, we should be pumping more water. Yes, because this is about to be contaminated. And that's not a good problem to have. Now, we are getting more beavers, which means I probably need another one of these, to be truthful. What do you look like? I do a little bit of this, put that in. Nope, don't want that. You would need to be double. And I do have the research. And triple, like this. Do a little bit of that, and we'll get a second large water pump there. That will help long-term to support the community. But, did you ever come online? You did not. We're not even near capacity either, which is bad, which is why I'm looking to pump more water. And 1 day left, so we are not going to have enough. I hope this is just not a 20-something day bad tide, because if it is, we are dunsies. At least we're producing lots of science, right? And we are starting to get some metals online, and planks are actually starting to come up. Who would have thought? Traded planks are on the rise as well. Happy about that. We can also prioritize this. We only have one beaver to work it, but it is what it is. And the bad tide means this at least can continue to work. Don't have the metal blocks for that. It's not the end of the world. You have actually maxed out your bad water, which is fan-friggin-tastic. But with the extra planks, we can go ahead and build this. And this requires gears, which we don't really have, but we should be getting. And then these can run at least for a little bit to get more water, but it is an issue, let's say. And we are going to have to raise this up, unfortunately, to maximum height. And how bad is this event? It's 11 days. I don't know if we can survive with that, or we might run into a water crisis. At least this side, it will eventually flow in here, but you can see here, it's already started. But over here, we can start to see some of it working. So we shouldn't get bad. These should be closed eventually. They should auto close to this, which means this will all push that way. And they did. So they auto-close and all the water goes this way. That's the idea of the system. Hey, well, they weren't able to complete that. It's not the end of the world. This is more of what we need. And we can actually reduce this back down to normal hours while we're at it, because they will need sleep. But getting this built will be helpful if we can, just so that we can at least pump a little bit more while we're at it. Excuse me. And we will need to pause at least some of these things and get that back on. We'll still try to keep those things online. The networks should still be producing enough power for all that with the windmills actually blowing. And water is still going up, which is good. So 1,000 water might be okay, I don't know. But the gears are the problem. Probably should have done that ASAP, but I did not. Planks for you. Alright. Planks should be on the rise, mind you. And then once you guys are done with that, we can go ahead and build you. That's low priority, that's low priority. That I don't need right now. We have plenty of beavers for the system. Okay, question is, can we survive a Badtide? If we can, this should skyrocket, and we should get this up and running next cycle as well to be able to help out. They are working diligently to build this. That doesn't matter over there, although that is nice. That is pretty much done. Very happy about that. Nope, they actually built that off, so if they just build that, then that's actually this side's complete. You guys still working? No. So productivity on that is done. So we only have 1,200 water. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this one on while we're at it. And here's you can start to see where the Badtide has now killed all of these trees, which is very bad. Died due to the contamination. So we will want to probably, well, one, I want to fix it upstream. You can see the contamination goes back there. But if we do an contamination barrier, we have the resources for it. We can do something like that. And then we can do this. Go to plant trees and bushes and just remove the outer bit. Go to landscaping contamination barrier. We did goof up last time with this. But we can do something like that, and the priority on these guys is like crazy, crazy low. We do not need that up and running. Because they require metal blocks. And, oh, just planks. I thought they required treated planks. Well, once we start to get, we could start putting that in. It's not really an issue if we have normal production, mind you. It is an issue when we do not. Alright, but we have 1.4 thousand left. They finally built this guy as well. That is fully content. Seems they can pump a little bit. I guess there's some good water still, at least somewhat. And you guys are finally turning the bend over here. That's good. How are we doing on production? Wind is not blowing. How are we doing on these things, though? The paper kind of went in. Paper's good there. They should have prioritized these next, but they didn't. It's still running here. 42%, that's okay, because we are producing those planks. And those planks are going to go probably somewhere. I don't know where right now. probably just filling out all the little bits that they need to fill out. Top priority though is building all of this. And I don't know if, can you guys do that? I don't know if they can reach that from here or if they need to go down. But we do have lots of beavers, and hopefully the next big adventure will not cause an issue. The problem is, and we do need to make sure... Alright, that is full. So we have 30 antidotes, that's a good thing. And we have, you are stocked up on everything that you need. Dandelions are a little low though. And they're probably going to die out. Oh, no, still healthy. But with 6 days, probably can pause you. These guys are coming online, which is good. Yeah, this will help protect. That'll be good protection for us in the future. Oh, and we can actually cut trees, unmark trees for cutting, and remove that. How many days do you have left? 6 days, that is enough. Really. You guys are maxed out, which is fine. Okay, alright. Things are okay, I think. You guys are still pumping for some. I guess they have filters. But that's 5 water. That's another 5, and another 5, and another 5. They're filling up, so I'm happy about that. And we are rounding the bend, which is good. And we still have so many logs. That's an insane number of logs for doing this project. It's not really that high, but still, to me, that is a lot. And you guys are still just working 16-hour days, which is actually good. And we bring 2 in at a time. Oh, I forgot, we're actually doing... Oh! Oh, you fool. You fool of me. I actually don't want these destroyed. Because if I destroy those, they come through the plank section. Is not good. What we can do though is this. Yes. And we will just redesign this real fast. And so we're going to do sluices here. But we're also going to do levees here. Just so there's a little bit more of a gap. And then we do that. And then these guys are closed. The low contamination. And then we can also do this. And boom. And that actually, I think, will complete that. And then obviously, this is a bit better. And I actually don't need some of this now. Yeah, that's all I need. So that actually makes it a little bit easier. And this will just fill up and water will just come out here and then push out that way. I like it. There's 4 there. We could even make it more if we wanted to, but we don't need to right now. And where's my priority being set? Why are you guys building there and not here? Okay, sure. We do the things that make sense. Okay, there we go. Well, I thought they were building them. What are they building? They were. Oh, there's the scaffolding down below, which we need planks for. That's probably why they were building the other thing, because planks are becoming a commodity. Still have plenty of water. This guy is actually doing its job. That's all dried out. That's not good. That's all dried out. That's not good. Alright, how we doing? You got filled, or rather made. That's excellent news. This, I think, would be a nice alternative, but we don't need you right now. I'd rather actually have the network stood up a little bit more. We did get this power online, which is a good thing. And they are working on... No, we can actually make these normal priority now. They can start making them when they have an opportunity. This is still the ultimate goal, and it is very, very close to completion. Are my windmills online? They are barely online. Just enough to support the system down here. And they're still building over here, which is good, and now these guys are actually cooking. So we turn you on. At least while this is running. 666. It's pure evil of power. That'll change. Alright, but you guys are rounding the bend. Excellent news, my children. And we have 2 days left. Okay, so we survived just fine. Now, in terms of storage, chestnuts obviously went the way of the dodo bird. And the spatter duck isn't happy. For obvious reasons. We might even move this over, just out one, so we can build even more scaffolding on top of the water. We could even get some water dumps to keep this full to some sort of degree, if we needed to. Unfortunately, with a water dump like this, you can't control the level. So it's not fantastic, but at least we have berries and other things available. Injured beavers are not necessarily a problem. Planks are going into there, which means planks are now becoming a surplus? Too far from district center. These sort of things are going to be higher priority. Do we build all you guys in? We should be working on you. Alright. Well, last day of this Badtide. Let's see how things go. We at least have Badwater up over here. And then if I get this online, we can start getting explosives to expand out. So we will increase you just a little bit. Just a little bit. And unfortunately, the system demand isn't high enough. Really need this network stood up. It helps. Now these will drain slowly, obviously, but you know, it is what it is. We can make that cattail root too if we wanted to, just because the spatter dock is being used. Grilled potatoes, we still have plenty of them. There's some more wood piles, which we don't really need, but we'll still keep them around, just because we're pushing 1,000. Okay, water should return once your output. Look, you are doing decent. So, turn you on, turn you on. We seem to survive. Actually, I can't turn all. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. Okay, I can turn all that on, luckily, with these beavers being here. But we have an issue where this water kind of needs to flow outwards. And luckily, we're going to push all this bad water out that way. And then once these guys start opening, this is all good water. This is also why I want the sluice. So if this ever was contaminated like it is now, the sluices would automatically handle that. Fortunately, that is not the case. And unfortunately, we're pushing good water out the door. We just need these guys to go from that to open. Please open. Okay, now they're open. So now these guys should be auto closed. So now we see all the water flowing this way. We don't have any overflow, which is good. And now we're starting to push this water away. Question is, how long does it take? Water is okay. Power still is not, because we don't have all this online. Although we are producing metals to help do this bit. In fact, I kind of want to change the priority here. Do that, and then prioritize this, just because we have good water coming in. And it's not too much longer to get all that. At least, I think. I have no idea. But we are starting to replant over here. And that is good. These guys will probably come in eventually once we start skyrocketing planks, which we kind of are. Water should come up the rise if these guys are actually going to pump. Both of them, because now this is worth 10 of these guys. This is a huge jump by adding just one of them. It's essentially 5 more pumps. And this is what I don't want. I mean, I want the Badwater to come out, mind you, but I also just want the system to be better. And this is really bad water, so it's almost like we can't even handle this. Oy. But if these guys are pumping, that means we're solid. Anyways, that's clear. This will work, mind you, and this will work even better once we get that set up. Alright, well, production is being okay. We're getting more things online. We really need gears and paper, but we're not producing enough power. In fact, I need to turn you off again. With the addition of the windmills, it would be great, and oh, there they come back online as we talk about things. So we turn research back on. Research. Nothing to do else for power. Science, not so much either. We're not ready for bots. That is not something that we need right now. What we do need, though, is landscaping, and I require this. So we're at least going to unlock the triple dynamite, and that will come into there, like so. And then also we come over here and do it like so. And then that will allow us to, I do a little bit of this, like that. And I come over here and do a little bit of that. That is the ultimate plan. Although I need extract for all that. So that is a little bit of a ways off. This we do need to get online. But the network, this is kind of a little bit more important for that endeavor. Because if we get that network online, then we are kind of golden for a little bit, let's say. I don't know the contamination level of this, but I really don't want to deal with it. We contaminated a few of our beavers last time. If you recall, I think it was, it might have been last episode, or I think, no, it was the episode before, right at the end, we decided to contaminate all of our beavers because we thought that would be a great idea. The other thing is we do need to handle this eventually as well. This is just a precautionary thing. We do have the resources for it. And planks are actually going up. Holy mackerel. Which means all this should be, planks should be good then? Oh, planks are good. Another Badtides approaching. Fantastic. Well, you know what that means. We change priority on this guy. Oh, 3 days again? Oh my gosh. At least water is coming back up. It's the only saving grace, and we're not going to be pumping in there. But if we complete this side, at least we won't be pumping more into it. And if more is not pumping in, then we're okay. And this is the other bit that we really need. This water right here is saving all of our crops to help keep everybody alive. Without that, the entire colony would be gone. Wood, not so much of an issue right now. We still have tons. These keep growing up, and passing away. We're probably going to lose all of this because we're not getting any water inflection as of right now, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Didn't know if I had that selected or not. And how much metal did we have? 18 metals? Oh, beavers, you guys need to work your butts off this evening. Or today. This should all be able to be built ASAP. Yeah, we're starting to build crazy levels of things. In fact, I don't need to build you. So, pause, delete that, this, that, and priority, super high. Because that should stop it from coming in. And I just need this, this, and that. We have planks, we have that. And there's my trail of beavers. Look at all of them come. Look at all of them. You pause, pause, and pause, because I don't want those to be constructed. I also don't want you to be constructed right now, nor you, because you guys absorb metals. And that is the enemy as of right now, coming up to 2,000 on the old water again. We're starting to put these guys in, which is good. You're running, we are producing. Remember, I need 5 metals, pretty positive, per sluice. Yes. Stop building that way. You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'll just pause you. Pause. There you go. That forces them to go the other way. I don't think they'll finish this in a day, but it is what it is. But Badtides are not fun. This side, though, because it's complete, should just push Badtide this way, and this will be contaminated eventually, but that is the crux of the system. Without this, we are in dire straits. And yes, you're all sleepy, but I don't care. Work. Well, I guess we can just lower it back down, because they're not going to finish it anyways. How bad is this one going to be? Hard mode is hard. I'm just glad that this is up so they can get up here a bit quicker. And experience 2 Badtides in a row. Yes, this one not nearly as bad. And they should finish this to hopefully divert things. This should be auto-closed. It is. Which is a good thing. But more water is seemingly going this way? Oh, I guess because we were pushing water out this way. Now these guys are open, these guys are closed. That's helpful. Path of least resistance. And this is coming up. So next time we should be able to finish this. We will have survived the bad tide. Water is not an issue because we have all this. We are getting more beavers online, which is actually fantastic news. And we are now starting to work. Oh, you got the explosives factory online? You fools. You guys need to do that one ASAP. Because if you put a log in there, you're producing how much? 97? It ain't great, but we start to get explosives out of that, and that leads to terraforming and other bits that I absolutely adore. And we can also just do a little bit of this to start stockpiling. Come on, someone throw a log in there. Do it. There we go, and for temporary sake, I am just going to add a path over here so they can still get all that. But now you're working, not full efficiency, mind you, but better than nothing. And that produces this, and now we're building this. And things are looking... There we go. Now we can store. Now they are going to be building or putting explosives in all these, and we do need to extract. This guy needs to be up and running. He requires lots of goodies in order to do so. So not a high priority. And all of our metal blocks should be going in there. Are we still even producing them? Ooh, we have even more power available. That's good news. For research things, what do we want? Oh, stream gauge. Yeah, that could be fantastic. Not so much. Storage, no. Landscaping. Dirt excavator could be fun. Especially to get more happiness permeable before. I don't really need this map. We're not doing a lot of verticality. Monuments. Monuments could be good. This is a log farm monument. We could just put that there. And hopefully they will build that. I think they can reach it because it's on the corner there. And the next one we'll want to get is this one. Now this requires 400 planks, which again, we're working towards, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, look at that, my beautiful, beautiful beavers. Anyways, we have run the course of the episode, I want to say. Water is fine, food is fine because we have this. And so we're at least producing enough to stay alive. Power is becoming a nice little commodity here. You're going to pause you, but, or actually we'll unpause you because you guys just get these things, very finicky. Not going to lie. But, we will need to expand out a little bit more. I do need another gear factory. So if I get a woodworking here, another gear workshop would be fantastic. And I do want to, say, destroy you. Like this. Come over here. Add a little bit of this. Get more storage. Upgrade this storage. Put a little bit of... Grab that. Grab all of this. And upgrade you to gears. So whenever this is being built, and we're producing lots and lots of gears, that'll be good for us. The network is waning here and there. This is where all my metal blocks were going. Oh my gosh, why were you guys all going there? Well, we almost have a singular gravity battery built. And planks are starting to go in there. Okay, so they're starting to build up our extended power network, which is good, because if you have enough of these, and this, we effectively discharge the system. You just need enough of this, such that when this isn't running, you can power this long enough to sustain all that. On the Cliffs map, we did a fantastic job of doing that. But this is almost done. It doesn't seem to be a lot of water flowing into here, which is a good problem to have. And yeah, that just needs, again, more of that. And then once we've built this one, we're done for this side. And I can actually unpause that to finish it out. So good water doesn't leave. This will at least be a good water source for the interim. And I can't believe how long this water's sticking around. Yeah, we are doing decent on the old power situation, and we are still not putting a dent in that, but this is running out. Next term problems, right? Explosives, we are starting to get on the rise. We just need this guy up and running, which is a huge investment, which is why we need more of everything. All these planks are going to be causing an issue. Hold on, you guys already have all the logs? Oh my gosh, this is insane. Yeah, we need the platform stuff. I don't know why this particular time I have so many freaking logs. Things are just, either they made it so things feel like they're going faster or something, but we're doing fantastic. But yeah, last round the bend here. But yes, we'll go ahead and end it there. This is more of a, last time was the catastrophic droughts. This is more of catastrophic bad tides. But the big highlight of the day, this is online. We're producing explosives. That's a good thing to have. That rain out, that's bad. Food's going to start taking a hit. It's not the end of the world since we have this. And the other thing is the zip line. We're starting to get some of that network stood up. We do have plans for this to make this faster. We have plans for this to make this better as well. Plank production is truly fold, which is good. And we are starting to get more gear production online as well, just to help build up the network. Treated planks, 25, not bad. This requires 2,000, so obviously we're going to have to build some super storage and really up that. That's where expansion will be out there. We do have a farmer monument on the way, and that will further increase our well-being. We're not getting a lot of food variation right now, and if I look here, books would be great, mud pit would be great. All these other things would be fantastic. But we don't have that right now. Weather vane, oh, hold on. Oh, weather vane, scarecrow, all the decorations. We could actually start, before we end it, let's actually get a few of them. So weather vane, we can just go ahead and pop up here. It actually gives me a little bit of that. Bulletin board we can squeeze into here. That's fine. Beaver statue. Pop over here. We have some roofing. Do a little bit of that. Something like this. To increase that well-being. Scarecrow, not right now. Beaver bust. Oh, I didn't have enough to unlock you, so I do need a little bit more research for you. If these guys are running, which they're not, they are now. Why is it every time that I talk about you, you decide to change what you want to do? Regardless, with them running, we should be able to start getting some decorations online, improve the well-being, and that will make the beavers work better. So that gets bulletin board, beaver statue, weather vane, that covers those. And we can get, this is where we're having issues with food. So now we're down to carrots in that. And so we really need, I need a sustainable source of maples and other things, but having this expand really, really helps with all that. But yeah, look at this. We finished that. We're rounding the bend. These are already auto-closed. And then we can actually start unpausing you such that they will work on this and finish that out next time. And then this whole network will be done and protected against this from ever occurring again, keeping this happy. And then also once that is done, we can redesign this system to be more appropriate. But again, that'll do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, but I will catch you at the next one. Dr. Munchkin, signing out.